Let's see what happens when you put your foot down and see what that kilowatt goes up to. Go! Welcome back to the channel, guys. Vlogging today. Today I'm sitting in a Nissan Leaf. I've got given a Nissan Leaf for a week to sort of drive and test and kind of fun. I'm pretty excited about it actually. I mean, again, it's not my sort of car, but yeah, I do like the sort of the technology aspect, so I'm going to be checking it out. Anyway, this looks pretty interesting. As soon as you turn it on, this is what you get on the dashboard. I think this is basically telling this is your charging screen, and it's sort of showing if it's charged at 50 kilowatts, it would basically be charged to that point 80% in 17 minutes, or in 90 minutes it would get up to 100%, which is pretty impressive. Because the guy that delivered this car actually brought it down from Oxford and on one charge, and it's showing 50% charge, saying it's got 118 miles of range, even though it's come down from Oxford. So this is the big battery version of this car. So that's, I mean, it's game changing. This is what you need to have in my mind. I just want a car that's like a sort of sports car that's electric, not a Tesla, not a Porsche Taycan or whatever, not one of these massive cars. I want a small, compact car like my TT, but electric. Maybe I should just convert that, I don't know. Anyway, let's go for a little test drive, see what this is like, just get first impressions. Stick my bum heater on. See, this is the thing about these sort of cars, is obviously the build quality isn't really up to the Audi standard really. Like, it's a lot different, it feels cheaper, but you know, the technology is a lot better actually, funnily enough. Even though the thing, I mean, some of the Audis I've driven haven't had this 360-degree camera and everything else. You've got to it will take that, it does take the handbrake off automatically. Funny thing about electric cars is they don't really creep, so you kind of end up, you know, kind of having to put the throttle on to actually reverse, which can be a little bit scary. So the first thing I'm noticing, I can see this thing here, E-pedal, and there's also this E-pedal switch down here. And basically, I'm thinking, I haven't tried it in the off position, but basically it's just like proper electric motor braking. So when you take your foot off the accelerator, it just literally stops like pretty sharply. One thing I love about EVs is the heating. It's just so instant and powerful, like, because obviously it's just going to have a proper, you know, proper heating system in there, like an electric heating system. It will kill your range, of course, but yeah, you don't get better than that because you're not relying on waiting for an engine to warm up. Just waiting for this removal van. That braking, look, I literally take my foot off the brake. That's how it should be. You can literally drive it with one foot. It's like 1 foot driving. All right, guys. Let's give it full power. Wow, that is impressive. I've got some little Alfa Romeo thing sitting right behind me. I feel like he wants to give it a go. Right, full power. Left him standing. This is a real sleeper, this car, because it looks like an old farts car, but you could probably have a lot of fun with this. Do this side by side. Right, just got back. This is really useful, especially for someone like me. Wow, I'm impressed with this. This is pretty quick. I mean, for a car that doesn't look like it should be fast, it's actually pretty rapid. Yeah, I'm going to have a look at the spec sheet and yeah, just see what it actually has got. I think it's the 200 horsepower one. That feels fast. So yeah, inside in the warm. So this car costs 37 grand. Acceleration 0 to 62, it says 6.9. Yeah, I can believe that. Top speed 98. I mean, I won't say how fast I was going, but yeah, I can believe that. Electricity consumption, watt hours per kilometres. Oh, the range is saying 239. Max engine power, here we go. So 217 PS. Yeah, this is what it is. And that is what, 4,600 to 5,800 RPM. Okay, so that's basically in that rev range. But this is interesting. Look, 340 Newton meters. So my TT, my modded TT, is like 440. So it's 100 Newton meters more. But this does it from the rev range 500 RPM to 4,000 RPM. And this one supports 100 kilowatt charging as well. It's the torque though. It's the torque that's the thing that's impressive, that makes you, that puts you in the seat. It's just having that torque right the way through the rev range, which Yeah, it's really interesting, that car. Just going to take the car out again, see if I can get to a fast charger, which there's supposed to be one up the road. Right, we're at the charging point. That is supposed to be a fast charger, so let's see if we can get it in. It looks like we've got 5 minutes, saying 5 minutes to 50%, 30 minutes to 80%, and then 90 minutes to 100. So that's the one we want. Nice big Shadamo. Right guys, so I'm having a nightmare with this charge point. So this is a pod point operated fast charger, 50 kilowatts. Right, I've got the app on my phone. Basically it says confirm charge there. Obviously I've got to put the plug into the car first. So if I take this out of the machine and I put it into the car, right, so now it says SMS app. So you go to the pod point app, I've got credit on my account, I go confirm charge, and it says connection error. And no matter what I do and reset all the internet connection and everything like that, it just does not work. So this is an absolute joke. You cannot do a 50 kilowatt fast charge on this one. First time trying to fast charge, not successful. Right, so got it charging finally. So there's a 22 kilowatt, I just noticed there's a 22 kilowatt charger there on the normal sort of pod point charge things, which I'm normally used to. And then this one was actually a 7 kilowatt. So it's confusing for people. If you didn't know, this would be just impossible to work out. But basically, it is charging now. Again, on the screen it don't really show that it's charging. But you can see the blue lights up here, which means it's charging. It's the main machine. Right, SunCharge, another pod point charger. So it's a 7 kilowatt charger, this one. Doesn't matter whether it's a 7 kilowatt or 22 kilowatt. If you plug into the type 2 plug on it, it'll only charge at the maximum that the car's onboard charger can charge at, which evidently is 6.6 kilowatts. So anyway, it's charging. It's going to take hours, but it's worth just whacking it on just to get a bit of charge in it. Got a Ninja next to me. Bit of a fight. It's all going off. They're all coming. Big, isn't it? He's pretty cute, isn't he? You ever seen a remote control? I don't know what that is, but it's remote control. Right, back in the car. Didn't really get a lot of charge from that 7 kilowatt. I found this really cool screen though on the display, which shows you the power output of the motor, showing you what other systems using, like climate control, so like heating and whatever else. Let's see what happens when you put your foot down and see what that kilowatt goes up to. Right, get ready for this. Let's see if we can make it hit 160. Ooh, come on! I'm going around the roundabout, by the way. Alright, onto the straight again. And foot all the way down. Come on! Was that 35 kilowatts of braking power? I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Let's give it some beans again. Sticking to the speed limits, of course. Wow. Oh, we got another traffic light. Go! Oh, it kind of ramps the power up, doesn't it? Oh, it doesn't quite hit this 160. Maybe it's because it's cold. The battery's cold. It is quick, this thing, but it just feels like feels like a boat. It's like an old man's car. But
you are an old man.
I suppose I am. Doesn't mean I've got to have an old man's car though, does it?
Oh, naughty. What? In the van. Evil. Oh.
I just wish it looks better and handled better. But it is fun. It's still fun. Right guys, thoughts so far then on the Nissan Leaf. I actually really like it. I think the performance is good. I don't like what it looks like. I mean, none of the Leafs have actually really looked great in my mind. I was actually excited when this one first came out because the drawings and stuff that I'd seen, like the concepts, I thought, oh, it's going to look pretty good. But it still just looks. It's just not my sort of car, basically. Maybe for my dad, maybe someone like that would like it. Not saying there's anything wrong with, not saying he doesn't like nice looking cars, but it's sort of that practical aspect if you want sort of a general car that's not really going to stand out too much and kind of just do the job. But with that, you are going to get great performance, and that torque is really impressive. So it's kind of setting the standard for what would be a normal car going forward, like just a normal regular car for your family. Rapid DC charging seems to be a bit of an issue at the moment. That's the infrastructure though, that's nothing to do with the car. This one has got a great amount of range. So I mean, you know, this car, as I said, when they delivered it to me, they brought it down from Oxford, presumably fully charged. So it's Oxford to Hertfordshire, and basically it arrived at about 55%. So that is blimmin' impressive. Anyway guys, this was meant to be a first impressions vlog kind of thing. I'm going to do a full video, just basically strap the GoPro and just let it run, and then kind of do all my thoughts all in one video, just in case you're interested in buying this car, or just if you're interested in electric vehicles in general. Catch you in the next one.